Welcome back. So the heat bubble popped. So our 100-degree temperatures, at least for today, are not going to be in place. We had thunderstorms and rain all night, and it's off and on raining today. Very tolerable temperature in the shop today. So we're going to do that. We're going to go over to Mike's shop in Oklahoma City and work on the English wheel. I've got a clip for that. And then we'll figure out if that's going to work for us, and then we'll come back to the base camp and see if that had any effect. Let's try this.
You have to say, hold my beer, and hey y'all, hold my beer and watch this.
Hold my beer and hope my fingers don't get smashed in. All right, here we go. Oh, I'm already not straight. Oh, damn it. All right, let's try again. Here we go. Somebody on there is gonna say, "You're doing it wrong." You're like, no shit. He wants to drive off of the side there, doesn't it? Maybe I should have watched a YouTube video. Bennett so adequately mentioned. I don't see it making my curve.
If this one doesn't work out, man, I suggest the next time you do it in a longer piece so that you have stuff to hold
less
on to.
places for my fingers to be smashed too.
Let's hold out, hope this one works out.
Well, when your dad gets here, he'll be like, "What are you idiots doing over here?" It's not curving.
Here.
Yeah.
Well, keep in mind how curving works.
It stretches it, doesn't it? It pushes, stretches
It's
the
like
back.
pizza dough. So
Okay.
you're roller pinning it, you're flattening it out, and in the case of metal, it's going to take a curve. The thing is your stuff is pretty thick, so it's going to take some effort. When I was at McDonnell Douglas, you're getting a little bit of curve to it. We had a furnace that had two big wheels. They were about this wide, about as thick around as the top one. And the wheels came down on each other, and you roll this thing through the furnace. And it's just one direction, not back and forth. And it would flatten stuff out with it. Of course, it had hydraulics for the pressure, so. And it was also hot. Yep. Which helped. I think you're doing great.
At least
About another 15,000 strokes and you'll be good.
At least I remember to bring my glass. Now I know why Bennett's sweating.
Yeah, you always sweat more than me.
It's toasty whenever you're... Oh, that's interesting. Well, it's got a slight turn in it. This is not as
From what I saw in the YouTube videos,
efficient as
it took a while. How much of a curve do you actually need?
Actually, this one I can actually vice grip to the actual
shape.
So I don't have to do this one.
Okay.
That other one I really would like to do it, but I don't have to do it either.
Because the thing is just to make a simple curve like that, they use a 3-roller gizmo, which I have one, but I don't know if it'll work on that thick of material.
Okay, so you put two here and one here, and you roll it
through.
All right.
Oh, look, your curve worked out.
See? It's amazing.
Well, so you put it on the handle and bang it back straight. Here.
Well, I don't want it straight. I want it curved.
But you don't want it curved like that, do you?
Yeah, even more. Actually,
Okay,
I want it to go all the way over here.
Okay.
All right, so let's
now
punt.
All I can say is this other one's pretty thick.
Yeah, I may be barking in the wrong yard.
I'm sure that you can do it with
In 3.7 years.
that. So What's the price difference between purchasing a brand new part and purchasing an elbow?
No. What'd you say?
It fell there.
Purchasing an elbow?
Yeah.
Oh. I don't need an elbow. My elbows aren't gonna fail.
I saw your arm fall off throwing a ball. So you can't tell me.
Okay, all right.
Fail.
Yeah, okay. You're right.
Now this one you'll get higher tension on because you got lower surface area. So you probably make quicker progress. But this one also requires greater skill.
Well, you know how
So
that goes.
good luck to you, sir.
Yes. So you know how that one's gonna go. All right, let's try making a parabola.
Mike, did I tell you about a welder?
No, what kind of device?
Little Harbor Freight thing.
Like a plasma, a stick?
It's a stick thing. It has the flux and the wire and all that.
MIG.
And I used it, and it worked. And I didn't screw it up.
What?
It's thinner.
Yeah, but that's not. This is a seat belt mount, dude.
Two big ass washers where the rest is at.
Huh?
Two big ass washers where the rest is at. It'll hold together. So a stick welder, huh? One of their little inverter style ones?
Yeah.
Those are pretty slick.
It works.
Uh-huh.
I used it. I had a problem. I was still trying to rebuild the wheel.
Ow!
A little metal tab broke off the wheel.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, well, try to find a new wheel. It'll take weeks and probably be the wrong one. Or I can try to learn how to weld.
Mm-hmm. Eric actually went through the Votech.
Yeah.
With the
telling
Votech.
Yeah.
And you're officially a certified welder now, aren't you? Not certified?
No, I didn't take the certification class.
Why not?
Because it was 19 weeks. It was a whole semester, and you have to go 4 hours a day.
Oh.
I'm not lined up for that.
But I managed to weld the piece back on. I sanded off the excess. So far, so good.
Good. Everybody needs a welder or two.
I don't know what I can't believe I went as long as I did without a welder. That's the shocking thing.
Well, I think the very first one that I bought is my little MIG welder. One of the wire feed ones. And I got it at Lowe's or whatever. But it's Lincoln. And it actually works pretty good.
Yeah,
This one was like $130 or something. It
Yeah.
wasn't that
I
expensive.
bought one of those Harbor Freight stick welders. The one I bought was a 220 volt. They had it like on sale, and for here it's like, well, that's easy. And I used it for a while, and it worked fine. But I ended up, the guy who used to be across the street from us here before the construction company bought it, that building was full of machine tools. I mean, lathes that would do a 24-inch piece of metal in diameter that were, 20 feet long. I don't know why he had all the shit in there, but it was full of it. And he sold the building and had an auction, and he had a little Hobart TIG and stick welder. So you do either one. And man, I love that.
Well, my dad brought one out a few years ago when Jolly was down here and we were trying to weld something. And
Old Buzz Box, the big old giant one.
yeah, it didn't work so well.
Well, they work, but there's a lot more art involved in those.
Well, we didn't have the skill or the art.
Yeah.
Either one.
But no, those electronic ones, well, the great things about the one you bought is the way it starts. That one that your dad has, you got to hit it to get the arc started. And it's such a trick getting a good arc.
Yeah,
that one there is so much easier to get it. The electronic ones at first getting it started so much easier. And that's really the big difference on them. And they don't weigh 2,000 pounds like your dad's Buzz Box.
Oh no, it's
That big.
yeah, it's that big, and it plugs into the wall.
Yeah. Those are great little things.
And,
yeah. Lowe's was selling the Lincoln that I bought, the 180s, and they marked them down. They were like $900 something. I got mine for $6, almost $7. I went back the other day. They're down to $450, but they're $220. No, this is MIG, gas and gas. Yeah. So
I'm sure yours is far better than mine in a lot of
Well,
ways.
it's a different style because if you got a stick welder, see his is a MIG, but you have to have those spools of wire.
Well, I have to have the spools of wire.
Yeah,
Oh, so yours is
but his doesn't take.
And it has the flux inside the wire.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
yeah, so mine's flux wire or gas. So
And that's what mine is. And yours probably the same thing. It's got an attachment.
I just went down to.
I don't think so. It might, though. I may just not be educated enough to be able to say.
It came in the pack. If it did.
The yeah, a little MIG welder. Yeah, those are great.
Well,
Like I say, that's the first thing I bought too. And man, I've welded the shit out of a lot of stuff.
well, I haven't really done that. But I needed it.
Well, I've had it for a lot of years.
And I managed it. It worked.
Yeah, those things are great.
And if I have to weld something, I think I would be willing to try. Although the welding helmet I bought had an automatic lens, and it just completely, and I know they're supposed to do this, but once it goes black, I can't see anything but the weld.
Yeah.
So I lose
Most
my
of them
place.
have an adjustment on the inside for
They-
darkness.
I adjusted all over the place.
Okay, so I put lights on mine.
Oh, really?
So I put a halogen on mine. So I light
that's
it
a good idea.
from the third point, and so once I get in there, when I strike a weld, the light's on it,
and you
I
can
can
actually
still
see
see
where
where
you're
I'm
at.
putting it.
That is brilliant.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
that's
had the
smart.
same problem. I had the same problem in the class, and there was all kinds of light in that damn shop.
Okay.
And I still had that problem in the shop. I mean, I needed a light right here, and literally a helmet with a light on it would have been perfect.
I think most of the stuff I did was outside during the day.
Yeah.
And with that, it's bright enough that you can see.
So was mine.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, I was in my driveway in the sun, and I still.
Well, and they make different level of darkness on this thing too, even within the adjustability. And they make different types. If it's for,
Well, I got it cheap, and sometimes when you get a cheap one, it's.
we got 2 or 3 of them around here, and I think there's one of them that is worth wearing, and the other 2 is right here.
Well,
But good.
feel
Okay.
this, Mike. Feel this. You can see I'm. Far
So we're getting there. I think 1,000 more strokes, and we'll get all the way there. I'm
You can feel
moderately
it.
happy with it so
Oh my
far.
gosh, you can feel it's still pretty dented up.
Sure.
I think I'm going to live with it. It's an old truck.
Yep.
And this stuff I don't have to worry about because no one will see it because it's covered up.
Feels almost as good as Heidi Klum had.
Ow!
No,
Almost.
I think her V part better. All right, this one is actually probably ready for primer.
Cool.
It's got others. Hey, by the way, my dad told me to put all my stuff here. I know he's still working on stuff, but if you need me to move anything around, you just say the word.
Okay.
And I'll put it, make sure it's out of the way.
I think it was probably you're aiming for. More than 1/10 of a
2 more hours worth of this probably is what I'd need. I think I'm gonna quit when we're ready to go eat lunch.
Well, your other method is the old school sandbag ball peen hammer.
I know. I don't have a sandbag, but I have a ball peen hammer. I started out thinking that sandbag ball peen hammer methodology was a great plan. But
I have some brand new
You're gonna be on
fresh
video.
Lincoln Bank coin bags.
okay.
Well, the thing is they're super durable.
Yeah.
You can put sand in one and tie it.
I'm a big fan
I-
of walking hand.
And they're sitting right here.
Okay, let me have one of those. And then those coin bags are made out of that canvas. I wonder if those would hold up for very long.
Well, that's what I mean. That's what
They're
these
like
are.
these are like the $2,000 worth of quarters kind of thing.
Yeah,
or?
the ones that go in the counting machines, in the coin counting machine.
Okay.
I mean, they're not huge, but they're big enough for what you're doing there. But I mean, my God, they're you couldn't break one if you tried. The way
Okay.
they're made.
Okay.
But I guess I'm here.
All right.
Are you talking about the leather bags that you use for body work?
Well,
Well,
I'll give you a canvas one because I have one. But yeah, those work. That would be even better. But
Yeah. If I had a leather one full of
shot.
shot, basically, I thought about going over to the camo lockers and see if that shot bag that used to be on the porch is still out there, but the porch is gone. So I don't know where that would wound up at.
I'll stop interrupting.
All right. No, that was interrupting. It's content. We're generating content. Okay.
I'm an influencer now.
You're an influencer, Mike.
What the hell's the world coming to?
You don't want me to go down that path. All right. So English wheel experienced. And yes, it will work if we do a million more strokes and possibly tighten it more and had an expert telling me what I was doing wrong.
So here's what I want you to do with your additional disc space. Take that piece of metal that's thinner and see what the difference is as far as how hard it is to get the curve out of it quickly.
All right, you get to be cameraman then. All right, so we're gonna curve this very thin. This is...
I don't have a viewfinder.
No, just point it.
Okay.
What is this, 20?
I'm
maybe?
not sure.
Oh, going the wrong way. It's like a steer opposite kind of thing.
Yeah, go ahead and put some tightness on your... I would kind of slowly rotate it as you're doing it to kind of get that, if you want a parabola.
Slowly rotate it in a circle like these.
Yeah. That'll get you a hump in the middle. Of course, I didn't watch a YouTube video either, so I could be steering you wrong.
You've never steered me wrong, Mike.
Yes, I have.
We've always made great choices when we were together.
My favorite word, expunged.
That's making short work of this. It is very parabolo-y right now already. All right, let's check. That was literally 2 minutes of work. And we release it from it. And it's already got a pretty decent bowl in it. Very thin material. That's the gist of it.
I think that's what's difficult about the other piece you were doing. It's
super
awfully
thick.
thick.
All right, we're gonna punt and we're gonna go with, should I put this back where I found it?
Sure.
Is it in this stack right here with this one?
Yeah, just find a pile and throw it in there.
There's one very similarly placed that way. All right, good job. Good job. Okay, the English wheel in the city did what we hoped it would do. It did put a bevel, parabola, in our plane. So hopefully you can see that it's got a little bit of a scoop in it. That was, I'm looking at the lines on here, 50 to 100 passes underneath the wheels, and moderate success, maybe a few hundred, and I could have got it a little closer, I think. That's probably not good enough. However, this piece was truly not going to happen. That was going to be thousands of passes under there, and I gave up trying to make this one a curve. So on this piece, we'll be able to attach it here where it goes, and we'll be able to vice grip it in place. Clink, 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 clink up. So this piece is, I mean, with my one quick bend, I'm almost on money with it, so it's pretty close. That's a little bit more and it would be perfect, but I don't need it to be perfect. I just needed it to be close. So mixed results on that. So we can, as Mike mentioned in this video, we can come back to the shop and put more of a bend in this by using a canvas bag that's built for coins. Basically, super strong coin bag made out of God knows what, maybe hemp or something. This stuff is amazing. Anyway, these are super dirty, durable, and sturdy. Let me move the camera and we'll go over here and see what our plan is here. All right, so I stopped at the hardware store and got a bag of play sand. So what we're gonna do, I'm not even gonna take it out of the sand. I am gonna put this straight on top of it. I'm gonna put That was unexpected. So the garage door just opened all the way. Okay, and then I'm gonna pound the crap out of that with a ball peen hammer, which I have here on the floor. And we are gonna bang the crap out of it, basically. Until it gets into the shape we need. More shape, more betterer. I need to do dry fit it and see if it's even close where it is, and then give it some more wax with the hammer. So I'll be back after I do some dry fitting and take a look at where we stand. Okay, a few more wax with the hammer, I think. Ah! Okay, gonna have to cut some more out. I did make that larger. I didn't originally cut a actual rectangle hole. You can see that it's very wrong. There's a lot of material that needed to be taken off. So I'm going to cut that back, and then probably from this line here down to there. So let's just measure that and pray to the gods that we're close. I'm going to move it over just a little bit. This is the dangerous part of removing too much material and then having to start over from scratch. So we're trying not to do that. Okay, let's cut. Where's my shield? Where's my face shield? Where is my face shield? Hey, over on the other side. Quite warm. The moment of truth. Let's see if we got this right. Nope, that was dumb. Okay. Still a little short down there. So let's just take some off of our stock here. Because that's correct in this corner. That's not correct in that corner. Not knowing what's square and not square, let's just take the piece and make it smaller. So you can see how much I was off. Quite a bit. So that's still not, this is not parallel to that. in some way or other. I'm certain of it at this point. Drop number 73. I probably ought to put this in the vise. Can you see the vise from there? Gotta remember that's gonna be warm. Put your fingers on it. I wish you hadn't. Dun, 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 dun. Yes! Close enough for rock and roll. Or government work, depending on your situation. Okay, there's a little burr right back under here. I need to cut off. I think I have to do that from underneath. Okay. Okay, we got to get the welder back in place, and then we can weld this piece in. Yay! All right, let's think about our situation. Last time I welded on top, stuff flew off. Fire was started because stuff sparked. So I do have some flammable stuff up here I need to move out of the way, like the seatbelt stuff. Over there. These lovely knee pads that should have been down here anyway to help my knees. Yeah. Some flammable bits there. Oh no, and I turned over one of my parts bins. Let's clean that up before we lose something. I don't know where it goes. Not that I even remember what was this, what went in this cup or in this tray at the time. But I will put it back together because it's over here by the seats, so I'm guessing it's part of the seat stuff. And there's some plastic bits I can weld back together. All right, let's put that up here where the seat should be. Aluminum bits out of the way. Don't know why that's in here. There that is. Don't know what that is. Put it in there just for fun. Okay. Don't know what that is either. Alright. Okay. Now we've got to get the welder in place. Well, phooey. I ran out of wire. This was a sample roll. I should have known better and should have bought wire the last time I was there. So I'm stuck waiting while it continues to rain and the temperatures have cooled off. I'm not able to do anything until my son gets here with my wire. I've asked him to stop while he was in town, so hopefully he will run by and drop me off some wire. But I'm making the most out of the time I'm here though. That's what I'm doing. We'll get some wire in a little bit. I'll probably work later into the night. Okay, I've run out of steam. I've tried to patch this panel as best I can, get that welded in place. The welds aren't taking very well, so it's taking quite a bit of plugs to get that attached. Tomorrow I'm probably going to come underneath and try to weld up where it looks like it needs it, where the welds might not have penetrated. I've got my weld through primer on it now, so it's as close as it's going to be on this side. I'm going to have to build a flashing for this to cover basically an L shape to cover that gap. So that's going to be a new experience, and I have no clue how that's going to get done. But I've got a couple of ideas, but I'm not sure if they'll work. But I need to find some thinner steel. I need some 20, I think. I'm gonna go look around tomorrow. No, probably not tomorrow. I'm gonna check the internet tonight and see if I can find some 20 or 18. Because to make that bend, I'm gonna have to have thinner stuff. You don't see it but on this side, I've got the arch welded to the panel. Those welds also are not sticking for some freaking reason. So I've done that, but I've covered it in the primer as well. So tomorrow we're going to attempt to finish up this 3 sides here and try to finish this back arch. It's going to take me hammering the panels are sitting like this. It's going to have me hammering the 20 gauge or the 18 gauge down to the 16 gauge from the top down. And then when I hit it a few minutes ago with the hammer, all my welds broke. Or half of them did. So it's been a mess. Okay, that's all I got for now. Good night, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Well, yesterday didn't go as well as I hoped. So I worked till 9:30 or almost 10, and I ran out of gas. Physically and shielding. First I ran out of wire. My son went and fetched me some wire. That was awesome. But then I ran out of gas shortly thereafter. I welded quite a bit without shielding gas, and I think the quality of my welds speaks for themselves, that they are cracking and they're not doing what they're supposed to, not taking stress, and this panel is wrong. That is just not even close. This needs to be all the way up here, level with this end. So there's a lot of work for nothing, honestly. Option 1, I'm gonna talk to Mickey and see if he will let me cut this out of the donor Range Rover he has at his shop. If he says no, that's okay too. I'm gonna have to find 18 gauge steel and use that instead for these panels. All I could find locally was 16, so 18 was not an option, so I went with 16, and it's turning out to be too thick. getting welds between 16 and 18. The two pieces of metal, they're very similar, very close, but not yet close enough. So if you get too hot on the 18 side, you just blow a hole through it. But that's what you need to weld with 16 gauge. So I've got a 4x8, mostly piece of 4x8 sheet steel that I have no clue what I'm going to do with now, because I don't need all of it. It's probably just going to go in a corner somewhere. We'll use it for projects or something. I'm a bit bummed. That was a lot of work, and it's not good enough. All right, so plan A, see if we can get the corner or get this wheel well from Mickey. If not, then we'll go with plan B, and we'll cut this piece out and start over. I've learned 3 things in my life up to this date. 1, don't cook bacon naked. 2, communism never works. And 3, I'm not a body man on Range Rovers. All right, I'll button this up. I'll send it up. More work to be done. I've got my Z-bar cut, or on the way. I should have it this week for the rest of this project, so I can get the sides done. So I've bought basically Z-bar to weld here, and then I'll have the lip, and I can just use my existing bed, and the lip on the bed side is 1.5 inches, so I should be able to clean up mine and weld to it. It's again 16, I think, or 18. I don't know what I asked for. 18. I might have got 16. I'm not sure. Either way, it's going to be what I'm going to have, and that's how we're going to go forward with the bed project. I want to possibly have my sister, biological brother's sister. We're not from the same father, so whatever. I may have Janice. She has a what do you call those, bead blasting companies, and I may have her bead blast all these parts so that they are good and clean when I start putting them together, and that will mitigate the amount of rust I have to grind, for a few trade money for time. That's what we're trying to do here. So I'm gonna, since I've kind of given up on this piece over here, I'm gonna bang on it today on and off until I think I'm gonna actually give up. If I can hit it enough times and get it bent into shape on this panel, then I'll move forward with it. But I doubt I can get it bent that far without basically giving up. So, okay. I said I was gonna quit earlier, but I'm now actually gonna quit. I'm done for the weekend. Take care. Okay. That was longer than it should have been.